With the Luis Díaz deal proving to be an unaffordable luxury, Barcelona's leadership has been forced to revisit some missed opportunities from the past. And the name Nico Williams is shining bright once more, appearing as a solution that's both familiar and brimming with explosive potential. What's striking this time is that his return isn't just a simple reconnaissance mission. A private meeting between Deco and Williams' agent, right in the heart of Barcelona, has been described as a turning point, signaling the club's serious intent, a far cry from the closed-door negotiations less than a year ago. This journey promises to offer fascinating insights into how Barcelona is navigating its way to turn desires into reality despite seemingly insurmountable obstacles. To truly grasp the significance of Barcelona's decision to revisit Nico Williams, we need to rewind and trace the timeline that has shaped this fiercely contested saga. Summer 2024. Deco had Nico marked as a top priority. At the time, Williams was in peak form with Athletic Bilbao, and Barca desperately lacked a pure left-winger who could create danger. However, the blueprint on paper quickly crumbled under the weight of budgetary realities. Williams's salary demands, then around 12 million euros a year, coupled with a 62 million euro release clause, were simply beyond the reach of a club tightly constrained by UEFA's spending caps. In the end, Deco had to settle for Dani Olmo, a more affordable option from RB Leipzig, with flexible payment terms. After that decision, the connection with Nico seemed completely severed. President Laporta even emphatically stated that Barcelona would not return to this deal again. However, once Hansi Flick officially took the hot seat, he immediately demanded a genuine left winger capable of high pressing, hugging the touchline, and facilitating quick transitions. Simultaneously, the Luis Díaz option hit the familiar roadblock: an exorbitant transfer fee of over 85 million euros, with Liverpool having no reason to sell cheaply. Other options, like Rashford, posed too many risks regarding wages and inconsistent form, not to mention a personality that might not easily integrate into the Camp Nou dressing room. In this bind, Deco was forced to re-establish contact with Nico Williams' agent, Felix Tainta. The difference this time? Williams himself initiated the green light. Sources from Sport and Mundo Deportivo both confirm the 22-year-old winger is willing to return to the negotiating table and accept a salary closer to what Barca offered last year. The meeting, lasting over 90 minutes at a major Barcelona hotel, was the clearest sign yet. The interesting part is that Williams himself has plenty of reasons to eye Camp Nou rather than venture abroad. Unlike many of Barca's old-school wingers, Nico thrives on speed and the ability to cause chaos down the flank with sudden bursts. Statistics from the 2024-25 season show he's among La Liga's most successful dribblers, alongside household names like Vinicius and Yamal. More importantly, Williams isn't just about running. He knows how to engage in triangular play, switch flanks, or cut inside when needed. A huge plus for adapting to Flick's philosophy. Another often overlooked advantage is Nico's self-motivated pressing. He's not afraid to track back, win one-on-one duels, and then instantly launch a counterattack upon winning possession. Flick has publicly admitted he prefers wide players who make intelligent off-the-ball runs and can handle themselves when opponents press. Among the current Blaugrana squad, besides Yamal, almost no one fits this criterion better than Williams. At the national team level, the conclusion of the 2025 Nations League proved his ability to adapt to Spain's high-tempo technical style. His flexible position swaps with Yamal repeatedly left the French defense disoriented. That very image is an ideal preview for Cools, a Nico-Yamal wing partnership that could very well be replicated at Spotify Camp Nou. In an increasingly crazy transfer market defined by escalating prices and fierce competition, Barcelona's decision to rekindle a seemingly dead deal for Nico Williams isn't a forced last resort. It's a meticulously calculated move by both Hansi Flick and Deco. First and foremost, the financial equation has been haunting Blaugrana for several seasons. After Real Madrid quickly sealed deals like Arnold and Dean Huijsen, Cools grew increasingly anxious about Barca's sluggishness in pursuing major targets. Luis Díaz is valued at no less than 85 million euros, not to mention a Premier League wage expectation that would blow past La Liga's tightening salary cap. While recognizing Díaz's class and game-changing ability, the board understands such an outlay could shatter the entire financial structure painstakingly rebuilt after the Bartomeu era. Marcus Rashford was also quickly discarded from the priority list. The reasons lie in Rashford's inconsistent form last season and his enormous salary, which would be difficult to integrate into an already tight wage bill. Furthermore, Rashford has never played outside England. Adapting to La Liga and the Barca dressing room is too big and unknown when Flick demands immediate stability. Against these alternatives, Nico Williams suddenly becomes the perfect fit. His 62 million euro release clause isn't cheap, but is more manageable than the fee for Díaz. More importantly, Williams himself is willing to be flexible on wages, reducing his demands to the 12 million euros that Barca approved last season. In terms of negotiation softness, it's hard to find anyone of his caliber who would be easier to sign than Nico. While the prospect of an affordable and tactically suitable transfer sounds smooth, Barca will undoubtedly have to overcome significant hurdles if they want the Nico Williams idea to become an official signature. The first challenge stems from the not-so-smooth past between the two parties. Few forget that in the summer of 2024, Barca had high hopes for Nico, but ultimately received a no from Bilbao and hesitation from the player. That decision once made Barca's board feel embarrassed in front of the Madrid press because they spent weeks approaching him only to withdraw empty-handed. Therefore, this time, Deco and the transfer department are very cautious, avoiding a repeat of past mistakes by being overly confident in Athletic Bilbao's goodwill. As long as old tensions aren't fully resolved, renegotiations always carry inherent risks. If Bilbao inflates the price or adds unfavorable conditions, the deal could fall apart at any moment. In fact, Bilbao is actively pushing to extend Williams' contract, ready to offer a higher salary than Barca can afford. For a proud club like Bilbao, they'd rather keep him for a few more years and lose him for free than be strong-armed in the way Real Madrid has done with young stars. The international transfer market is also far from calm. Bayern Munich has already approached agent Felix Teinta, ready to pay the full 62 million euros immediately. Arsenal also covets a pressing winger like Williams. Unlike Barcelona, both Bayern and Arsenal are not burdened by severe financial constraints, nor do they face issues with an already maxed-out wage bill. Once these two giants enter the race aggressively, Barca could easily lose control of negotiations. Furthermore, Williams himself must consider the risk. At Bilbao, he's the undisputed star on the left wing, a guaranteed starter, and fully supported. If he comes to Spotify Camp Nou, he'll face fierce competition from Rafinha. All these complexities are the knots Barcelona needs to untangle if they want to avoid repeating the potential acquired, dream-shattered scenario, something that has haunted them throughout the Dembélé, Malcom, and most recently, Roque Sagas. Overall, the plan to bring Nico Williams to Barca isn't just about a transfer to fill a void. It reflects Hansi Flick's ambition to reinvigorate the high-speed, energetic attacking identity he's meticulously outlining. In their prime, Barcelona always boasted wingers who were both skillful and dared to challenge any defender, from Ronaldinho and Pedro to Neymar. For nearly a decade, the absence of such players has made the team's play predictable, relying too heavily on central areas and slow, wide passes. Nico Williams doesn't just bring pure pace. He's willing to run, willing to contest, and willing to share the burden of stretching defenses alongside Lamine Yamal. That prospect excites fans and is a silent commitment from Flick that he won't accept a passive Barca like in the past. Of course, the path to finalizing this contract will never be a bed of roses. From financial bottlenecks to competition from Bayern or Arsenal, everything demands that the Catalan leadership be both swift and shrewd. But there's a crucial factor Barca can truly believe in: the synergy of belief between the player, Hansi Flick, and Deco. When these three elements align, Barcelona has every right to hope that, after 3 summers of noise and disappointment, this time, the Williams deal will be different. Ultimately, whether the Nico Williams transfer is completed or not, it will be a powerful test of how Barca operates in the modern football era. And if they overcome these milestones, the left flank of Spotify Camp Nou next season could welcome a new symbol for the long-awaited dream of resurgence.